In the name of Saint Borbarad, his forbidden knowledge and his divine power, today is the day of the first paladin. From this day on will blood wake blood. Freedom through pain, power through will. Every human a mage. Upon this altar do I offer my tribute. Flesh unborn, souls pure and unblemished. In eternal Bobarad's name. Atoki Oruk Zulgarok, Oxalaminja, Idiz, Raki Zulgarok!
Almost 20 winters have passed since Borbarad covered East Aventuria with a pall of undeath and corruption. Those who fought were crushed. Those who capitulated became villains in their own right. Only those who fled escaped the endless column, in which the dead did march from battlefield to battlefield. The wall of death that Borbarad fell. The demon crown, symbol of his dominion, burst under the God's Blade's seventh stroke. Out of the ruins of his empire arose the cursed Shadowlands. Terrible warlords fought for power, bringing fates far worse than mere death upon those living there. And so it was that we too fled. All your lives fled, until the war goddess Rondra's knights freed the city of Warrung. Here we might live, finally find peace, Chiron. We must not fail.
She ran here. That's all I know. I guess she didn't like that marriage your father arranged.
My family is none of your business.
All right, none of my business. Can I go now?
Not yet. That gate, where does it lead?
The deeper tunnels of Moloch Mountain. That's all I can tell you. Never dared going down there.
Well, I'll get her out.
The gate is closed for a reason. Moloch Mountain is full of danger and dark secrets.
The undead are the less dangerous of what's in there. Wolf lizards, demon spawn.
By the Dark Mother, your sister could be dead already.
Listen to me. I will go in, and I will leave. With her. And you can go now.
Fast as lightning. And just as foolish as your sister.
I learn from the best.
Your arrogance will be the death of you one day.
Come on, Father. The only risk was slipping on their guts.
Enough. We're here to find Calandra. Someone has to bring her to her senses.
To her senses? You're forcing her into this marriage and then asking her to be reasonable? I would have done the same thing.
So you think she's right to just run off? To risk both your futures through her selfishness? She has responsibilities. She has to learn that.
Our future. Calandra marries Folk of Arivor and everything will be fine. We will be decent Warunkian citizens and live happily in peace and prosperity to the end of our days.
She means as much to me as she does to you. You know that. That's why we have to find her before it's too late.
We three have managed pretty well so far.
Warunk is more than just some refugee camp we've been stuck in.
A glimmer of light in the darkness.
The only free city in the Shadowlands. If we stick together, our running can end here. No more icy roads. Never again night watch, no demon spawn attacks, and no more hiding places full of stinking corpses. That's a lot, even if only a part of it comes true.
A beautiful dream. Why did she come here, of all places?
Moloch Mountain is more than just a simple cave. The countless tunnels can lead one to age-old secrets. Fair Drodon's laboratories. The foundation of the Golden Pyramid. Realm of the Dragolich, Razazor.
Undead and black magic. The people of Warunk have had more than enough of both in recent years. No wonder they avoid this place.
An ideal hiding spot for someone who's not afraid of the creatures that lurk in this place.
Calandra doesn't know Folk. She'll only marry him to help us. She'll never really love him.
Folk of Arivor is a good match. He's a knight of Rondra, the goddess of war.
And?
He fought on the front line when Warunk was freed. If anyone can protect Calandra, he can.
Calandra can look after herself. And like you're always saying, heroes don't live long.
This marriage gives us the right to stay in Warunk. That's what counts. Besides, you know your sister. Sooner or later, he'll be eating out of her hand.
I hate it when you're right. We have always done what was necessary. Calandra will understand once she calms down.
It would be stupid to continue to wander the Shadowlands. I can't protect you forever.
Although you're still the swiftest of us all, of course.
Look, listen to me. To Calandra, this is about more than just a place to hide. She knows that we will find her and bring her back to Folk. And that's why she's not here alone.
Don't tell me she's here with a man.
Folk wants a virgin bride. She knows that.
You must be mistaken. Calandra would have told me about any suitor.
Some people in the camp saw them together last night. He is a giant of a man, and quite an attractive one. She could have chosen worse.
If Folk is so obsessed with her virginity, it only proves that he doesn't really love her.
Who's talking about love? Even if he feels differently himself, the Church of Rondra cannot afford any talk amongst the people of Warunk. A wedding would be inconceivable under these circumstances. The Rondrians have very strict ideas about honor and loyalty. Why should Folk be any different?
Of all places, why should she choose Moloch Mountain for her first night? I could think of some more convenient locations.
How am I supposed to know what's going on in her head? I don't even know if it really would be her first night with a man.
I know. If he so much as touches her, I will tear him to pieces.
A big brother's protective instinct.
No bloodshed, no blood mixed. That's family. You certainly drummed that into us long enough, and still haven't explained what that exactly means.
I had my reasons. Just believe me.
Time is running out. I'm going. You stay here and Yes, wait out here and protect my back.
Be careful in your search. The people of Warrung say that there are more than just lizards and undead here.
I've heard of this Black Hand, another demonic terror from my list.
Stay away from him. He's deadly and you are alone. Just find Calandra and bring her back. I'll wait outside. And no matter what happens, or how badly hurt Calandra may be, do not mix your blood.
It hasn't happened yet, and it's not going to happen this time either. Calandra! Where are you?
Chiron, I knew you'd come.
I knew you'd get yourself into trouble. You need help right away.
No! Get Father. I'll wait here.
Calandra, listen to me.
Don't. We're both wounded. You might mix our blood.
Father and his cursed rules. If I don't bind your wounds immediately, you'll die.
Please, Chiron. We don't know what will happen.
Hold still. Was it worth it? Just to delay the wedding? And with this man?
Chiron, don't be such an idiot.
So it had nothing to do with the wedding?
It's about all these people. That man kidnapped them. I think he wants to... Oh, that would be so terrible. We must save them.
Then hold still!
What was that? Something's... different. Do you feel it too?
We can think about that later, if we survive or whatever that is.
You hold the fort. I'll watch your back.
Can you fight?
I'm tougher than you think. And after that, whatever it was, the bleeding stopped. And take this potion. You're more likely to need it than I.
You got a healing potion?
I didn't take it because I thought that the monsters had trampled the bottle when they tore off my bag. You're lucky I didn't have time to crawl over there earlier.
Why didn't you tell me about the healing potion?
Do you really want to discuss that now?
Forget it.
How did you do that? You just cut down a servant of the Netherhells, and we're both still alive.
If I hadn't saved you, there'd be no wedding. No wedding, no wedding feast.
You're a fool. But seriously, that was more than just the courage of despair. It was... magic.
Magic? Because my blood mixed with your blood? What is the kidnapper up to? And what do you have to do with it?
At first, I thought he was an interesting guy. I really misjudged that one. I saw him, last night, near our tent with a little girl. His hands, his face covered in blood. I have no idea how old that girl was. Maybe 12? She cried and begged for mercy as he dragged her off. I snuck along behind him to kill him when the time was right. On the way here, he just knocked a woman down and took her with him.
Last night? It's already getting light out there.
Next time I'll wait until you're awake too. But I lost his trail on Moloch Mountain. The beasts here all avoided him like the plague and attacked me instead. So come on! We have to stop him before he does something to those two!
How could our blood have such an effect? I only know of magicians who perform magic with their blood.
The Borberadians. Father has hated them ever since we were children. Remember how he always used to curse them when he was drunk?
You mean that's the reason for the eternal prohibitions and the secretiveness? That dog has known it all these years.
He loves us. We know that. Why wouldn't he tell us about something so important?
He's gonna have a few questions to answer when we get back. This man, you didn't leave with him because of that. I mean, to prevent the marriage with his help.
Have you nothing better to do than worry about my virginity?
I am your brother.
And that is the only reason why you're not getting your ears pinned back. But just to reassure you, you and Father can sleep peacefully in the knowledge that the little sweet rose Calandra has not been picked before her marriage.
That is all I wanted to know. Time is running out. If we want to free the prisoners, we have to hurry.
One more thing. I found this on one of the corpses here.
A deed to a house in the East Quarter.
I knew the dead man. His name was Praedan Carstig, a fishmonger from Mendina who somehow got citizenship here. Something here has disfigured him horribly. We should really return the deed to his family.
You do it. You knew him. We're not going to enrich ourselves at that family's expense.
You know what Father would say. Chiron, we really could use that money to survive.
Yes, Father, but I am not going to tell you that for once I thought of others.
Son, you're much too decent. One day you'll throw yourself into a yawning abyss on someone else's behalf.
And just to spite you, I'll do it gladly.
Fine. Then let's get a move on. The kidnapper awaits.
Fresh blood. We've found them.
I can't find a lock or any kind of mechanism. Still, there must be a way to open this door somehow.
Is anyone there?
Behind the door. Those must be the prisoners.
Oh, the gods, help us! Help us before he returns!
How many of you in there? Are you alright?
The seven, he performed this ritual on us. So much blood. So much blood.
We're not going to be able to open this door. We will have to force the kidnapper to release them.
If he comes back, he'll eat us all.
Eat!
He will pay for this. We'll be back soon to free you. Hang on!
No, don't leave us in here. Please don't.
The Dragolich Razazor's Golden Pyramid. Impressive that so much of it is still standing.
Again, fresh bloodstains. We're on the right track.
This gate is even more massive than that door earlier. We need to find out how to open it. Maybe there's a switch or something. Strange design. Maybe it could be used to open the pyramid.
Or the metal door in the hallway. Are you going to be able to do that?
Shouldn't be too hard to handle. Have a look around. Maybe you can still find something interesting.
Damn! It's a trap! How much longer?
Almost there.
How much longer?
Ah! Oh, shit!
Let's get out of here!
You sick bastard!
I'm gonna chop your head off so you never eat again. Are you alright?
I was burned, bitten and paralyzed. But I'm still a virgin, so I guess everything's in order. Kill him. He should suffer the same way the people he's eaten did.
If that's what you want, then put an end to it, and do it quickly. But know that all those whom I have already collected will die with me.
We're gonna open that door. I'm interested to see if it's harder than your head.
My supplies are bound to me by blood magic. I prefer them living. I am the only one who can release them. I can do that if you let me go, but if I die, they will die a slow and painful death. And don't even think of trying to capture me. I will leave this place a free man, or a dead one.
You can't ask us to decide that!
I do what I please. So, do we negotiate?
What should we do with him?
It could have been so easy. Kill the villain, save the innocent, and bask in the glory. Instead, we have to decide between letting all these people die, or letting a cannibal go free. In the end, there is no right or wrong here. Only the decision and its consequences.
Why did you do it? What did you think it would bring you?
Many years ago, I discovered the teachings of Saint Borbarad. Everyone is a magician, if they are only strong enough to free themselves from the yoke of their conscience. This is Borbarad's promise. His teachings open the sway of my willpower to me. The blood opens doors through which only the best can pass.
What? You have to eat other people to do blood magic?
The real power isn't in the blood. The real power is in the flesh. I was the first to recognize that, and I will therefore triumph over all those too blind to see. What value the life of a weakling, when its sacrifice can increase the might of the strong?
Your blood magic binds your prisoners to you. Disgusting, but still just ordinary magic.
It is my spell, fed from my blood. You are too weak to break it.
And why shouldn't other magic be able to break that bond? If your spell is so powerful, why should I believe you can even break it yourself to free your prisoners?
Because you don't have a choice.
So that's what a powerful mage looks like. Look at yourself. Look at what your flesh and blood magic has made of you. You're no longer human, just nothing more than a murderous beast.
It is the power I crave, not the eating. What do you know about it?
You wanted power and freedom. Instead, you prey on the innocent. You are nothing but a slave to your disgusting hunger.
That was never my goal. Maybe it really isn't the hunger. Maybe the eating isn't really necessary.
Prove your true power by mastering your desires.
Maybe I could. Maybe. If you let me go.
Swear it.
You have my word. That will have to do.
What should we do with him?
It could have been so easy. In the end, there is no right or wrong.
So that's what a... Look, you no longer...
It is...
You...
Maybe... You have my word. That will have to do.
Now run him through!
I know what I have to do. There has been enough bloodshed. Your life for that of your prisoners.
The cannibal had been defeated, and Charon let mercy stay his hand. The prisoners' lives were of more worth to him than his thirst for revenge for the bloody deeds done to satisfy the beastly cravings of a deranged mind. The cannibal dissolved his blood bond to the chamber in which his prisoners languished. The power of his blasphemous magic opened the gate, releasing the prisoners. Only with difficulty did they overcome the fear of death so deeply infused in them by the horrors of the cavern and the blood magic spell. Charon and Calandra led the martyrs to their freedom and to Warunk. Charon kept his word and left the conquered cannibal alone in Moloch Mountain. The joy amongst the refugees was great as they once again held loved ones already believed dead in their arms. But only a few days passed before people began to disappear once again. Had the cannibal broken his promise? But such Incidents were not uncommon in the Shadowlands, and no one could say with certainty whether someone or something else had taken them instead. Well, son, some rough days, yes? The cannibal story has caused a sensation. Everybody is talking about you. The prisoners' families are rejoicing because their relatives have survived, but many others condemn you because you spared the cannibal.
Somebody had to make a decision.
I'm sure that you gave your very best, son. There's something else.
What?
I wanted to thank you for bringing Calandra back.
Forget it.
And is everything fine with her?
Yes, damn it. Falk will receive a bride as pure as the first snow and as chaste as the sun god Praeos. And if he's lucky, she won't have starved to death or died of the plague before the wedding either.
It's not my fault that Falk hasn't got us out of here yet. And it's not my fault that the archdemon of disease is sowing her oats here. Falk does show his goodwill, and he uses his influence for us, and that's exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
Is he going to give us passes for the old town now?
He got us some extra rations. We're supposed to pick them up from the food line at the Prior's Temple.
What? Just like that?
Of course not. Falk wants to hold a banquet at which we're to get to know his mother.
If Falk would just get us out of this pest hole, I'd prefer that to any feast.
The Warunkians are protecting themselves against the plague, so they only let strangers into the old town with the Rondrians' permission. I'd do the same in their place. No one even knows what kind of plague it is, or where it comes from. People say that the archdemon Mishkara herself brought it here, and maybe they're right. None of the archdemons can be pleased to know that the war goddess Rondra now reigns in Warunk.
Just like Falk, ingratiating himself with extra rations. Now he wants to buy us, just as he bought Calandra.
It's high time Calandra married. Good for you, too.
What do you mean?
I think you know full well, Chiron. Did you really think that I never noticed the way you sometimes look at your sister?
Careful, old man. Careful.
If I'm wrong, that'll be a pleasant surprise.
People here are starving.
Yes, but Falk goes in for grand gestures. This attention will raise his bride above all the other refugees, and her family too. If we were to give away the leftovers from the feast, we might gain a little respect.
Falk wants to present his mother? Who is she? Why did she come here? And why now?
All I know is that she is supposed to be a lady of noble lineage. Your sister is marrying into a noble family.
Wealth blinds people, just like power. You've told us that time and again.
I have always made sure you survive. And that's what I'm going to do here. We can get all moral later.
What exactly am I supposed to do for Falk?
He got us some extra rations. We're supposed to pick them up from the food line at the Prior's Temple.
What? Just like that?
Of course not. Falk wants to hold a banquet at which we're to get to know his mother.
I'll go to the Prior's Temple. My stomach has been growling for hours.
Good. Be careful and come back as soon as you get the food. Have you been to the Prior's Temple?
See you later, Father.
The cough will go away. I'm sure. What do you need?
Greetings. Where are you going today? Aren't you this Chiron everyone is talking about?
That's me.
Then may I point out to you that the city guard does not appreciate your deeds in Moloch Mountain at all. By the 12 gods, you could have gone down in Warwick's history as the cannibal killer.
So you don't care about the prisoners' deaths?
There was only one true citizen of Warwick among the prisoners. The rest of them were refugees. Don't get me wrong on this, but sometimes a few people have to pay the price for the community's safety.
My decision was right. Think what you want. How is it possible that nobody saw the cannibal?
He was hiding in Moloch Mountain. Nobody dares go there, and he seems to have been hunting only at night.
Sounds a bit thin as an explanation.
Whatever. But why are you here then?
I want to go to the market.
Do you have a pass then? Risk of plague, you understand?
No, but I'm healthy.
No pass, no entry. I'm sorry. Greetings. Where are you going today?
I want to go to the market.
Do you have a pass then? Risk of plague, you understand?
No, but I'm healthy.
No pass, no entry. I'm sorry.
If the gods really do exist, why are they letting me die like this?
There he is, our saviour.
I only tried to do the right thing.
Don't hide your light under a bushel. You have saved so many lives, we are really in your debt. You should not listen to all the scaremongers who would prefer the cannibal dead. For Mother Peraine's sake, nothing can outweigh a human life. Here, take this. It is not much, but I give it with all my heart.
Just a few pieces of copper.
Travi a smile upon you. Chiron, right?
Have we met?
My name's Rika. If you want to know anything about the city, then I'm the one to ask.
I haven't been here long. How do you know my name?
Is that supposed to be a joke? Everyone's talking about you.
Who would have thought it would cause that much of an uproar to spare a cannibal's life?
You're a hero. You've saved the weakest of the weak, and I agree with you letting the cannibal live. He won't dare be coming here again.
At least people now know that they should be careful.
Don't be so humble, Chiron. You should talk to the survivors in front of the Prior's temple. They're going to adore you.
So, people talk about my sister, and about my future brother-in-law, huh?
Yes, about that too. A marriage to Falk of Arivor, hero of the liberation. That's so romantic.
His Grace the Necromancer's Bane, Warunkian Plague Bailiff and Metropolitan Yarkon's watchdog.
The girls really envy your sister. Anyone here would marry Falk in a second. The wife of the second highest Rondrian in the country. If I weren't already spoken for, I could get to like that myself.
What responsibilities does Falk have as a Plague Bailiff?
Strictly speaking, to keep us under control. The Warunkians are afraid of everything that comes out of the camp because of the plague here. That is why they've closed the gates. No one can enter the old city from here without Falk's consent.
Rondrians. Discipline and order.
Someone has to do it. I would rather be locked in here and let them inspect me regularly for pustules than have to fear for my soul outside the walls. The city guard would never be able to manage it alone. They have enough trouble with the real criminals. That's why they need the Rondrians.
What do people have to say about Falk's role in the liberation?
I wasn't there, but it must have been truly impressive. They say he stormed into the upper town first, much faster than the other Rondrians. The necromancers were so afraid of him that they spirited themselves away. He hardly even had a chance to slay any of them.
Strange. Necromancers aren't usually that jumpy. Not even around Rondra's Deons. They could have sent dozens of demons up against him.
Maybe he negotiated with them.
With necromancers? As a Rondrian? Not likely. It's also strange that he managed to get so far on his own. The upper city looks well protected.
Of course. He's a hero, like you.
You exaggerate.
No, I do not. A hero is a hero, and that's all there is to it. And even if it's not true, why should people stop dreaming that things will get better? That wouldn't help matters any.
What can you tell me about Warunk before the liberation?
By the Dark Mother, a lot has happened since Metropolitan Yarkon and his Rondrians kicked the necromancers out. The undead dragon Razazar ruled here for many years and rebuilt the whole upper town. He is said to have had a splinter from Borbarad's demon crown. He paved the roads with skulls and built a huge golden pyramid on Moloch Mountain. People say that the dragon was killed in a battle in the west when he attacked the imperial city of Gareth. Apparently, he killed half of the Warunkians in order to raise their corpses as undead soldiers for the attack. And that was only a fraction of his army.
Gareth. They say the city was almost completely destroyed in the war. Better than years of occupation like you had here.
Over a dozen years. Then came the thunderstorm, the chariot of the goddess of war Wanderer. Her lightning bolt must have lit up the whole sky. Then Moloch Mountain exploded, and debris rained down all over the city. Everyone thought the day of liberation had come, but the Rondrians took their own sweet time about it. Long enough for the Council of Necromancers to settle in, and also for the Soul Collector.
The Soul Collector, a mighty servant of the Archdemon Thargunitoth. It is said that he rips your soul out if you get too close.
Yes. Oh well, I found the nightmares worse, because they got even worse while he was in power.
Is it true that he still has the Thargunitoth splitter from the Demon Crown?
No idea, but there's simply no stopping demons, and the Soul Collector is powerful.
What exactly distinguishes a Metropolitan from a normal Rondrian?
The Metropolitan is the leader of the Rondrians here, a very powerful man, people say. Yarkon of Turyalev is a veteran fighter, a real hero, but pretty strict. Falk is his deputy, but he serves the Goddess of War, Wanderer, like all the other Rondrians. And like the other Rondrians, he should fight honourably and protect the people from evil. If you want to know more, you should ask a Rondrian.
I think I have a rough idea now. You're already taken? Who's the lucky one?
Rio. My beautiful Rio. He wasn't quite as handsome as Falk, and his moustache wasn't as splendid, but he was my Rio.
What happened to him?
Oh, the plague. The great exodus, you know. He left with the sick people. My Rio is a real hero.
What was this exodus you mentioned?
Have you seen the yellow symbols on the houses? They mean danger, plague. No one knows what kind of plague it is, but it's been raging for months now. When it got really bad, and even our benevolent Margrave Sumadan wanted to throw the sick out of the city, this preacher showed up. He called himself Gamat. He had a talisman which couldn't heal people, but could at least ease their suffering a bit.
And he led the sick out of the city? Why did they follow him? Only death awaits them out there, at best.
That's what I said too, and stayed here. But he told the people that redemption awaited them in Clawmore. Salvation from Mishkara's caprice, he called it. And my poor Rio went with him. Maybe I should have stopped him. But Rio was so beautiful, with all his faith and all his passion. I just had to let him go.
What can you tell me about Wurrunk before the liberation?
By the Dark Mother, a lot has happened since Metropolitan Yarkon. The undead dragon Razazar ruled here for many years, and
Gareth. I think I have a rough idea now.
See you soon, Kyron.
The cough will stop again, Mama. Thank you.
「」
Rhonda smile upon you.
I'm supposed to pick something up here.
Get in line like all the rest.
Might makes right here. Why should it be any different in the soup line?
Watch your tongue, boy. Otherwise I might teach you some manners.
His Honor Folk of Aravor sent me. My name is Chiron.
The Reverend's future brother-in-law. I see.
Handing out soup for the hungry is not exactly the most honorable profession. Especially in front of the Temple of Priots.
What do you mean?
Haven't the Rondrians been quarreling with the Priots for centuries? For fame? For power? It looks like you already seized the temple as a precaution. Just in case the servants of the Sun God might show up. Nice move.
Against the demons, all 12 gods stand together. And what I think of my orders is none of your business.
Is that disobedience I smell?
Shut up, or I shall teach you some respect.
Not necessary. Hail Rondra. Why are you, of all people, standing here handing out soup? Doesn't the Metropolitan have more important tasks for his warriors?
Food is the most precious thing people can hope for in this neighborhood, so one must be able to defend it.
Then it's no better here than out in the Shadowlands.
The difference is, here, anyone who steals is punished. Outside, one can lose his life by accident.
I know. And if you're unlucky, you lose your soul, too.
No. Only those who get involved with demons lose their souls. And even in the darkest of days, when nothing else is true, that you can count on, my son.
Please enlighten me. What makes a Rondrian?
We do our duty. Protect the weak. Fight the evil. Honorable deeds. Ever heard of that, boy?
I see. And that's why the food line is in front of the Temple of Prios.
We aren't even certain it is still a temple. Some scoundrel might have desecrated it. Some impudent, necromantic, God's damned scoundrel.
No! You really think so?
Something one could believe of those blasphemers who only learn respect by the sword.
Handing out...
What do you...
Is that...
Shut up!
Come on, give me the extra ration. Obedience is a matter of honor for you, right?
There's a difference between kneeling down and bending over. And it's only the fact that you haven't yet learned that, my son, that saves you from being challenged to a duel. Yet, when the gods are so kind to you, it's only right that you in turn do something for the community. For behold, the plague rages hard amongst those who have nothing. And every helping hand brings sorely needed relief.
Ah. If I don't help some patients, you will find that Rondra's will is miraculous, and I will get nothing.
I see you understand. And by my sword, no command in the world will stop me. Take care of Firinmar, Barnwolf, and Sarabella. They're pious folk. You will not be able to heal them, but at least you can alleviate their suffering. You can find all three here in the refugee camp. 2 of them on this side of the street, and 1 on the other.
All right, I'll do it. I hope those 3 don't infect me.
These bandages will help you. Keep them if you don't need to use them. Sooner or later they will help for sure. And now take the food. Hopefully the right ones may receive it.
I know what I'm doing.
Just a few pieces of copper.
If the gods really do exist, why are they letting me die like this?
Kyron, nice to see you again. Can I help you? See you soon, Kyron.
The cough will stop again, Mama.
You're not looking well, but you don't smell like the other sick ones.
Sick? No. Borok's men did this. I didn't have enough with me to pay their fee. When they're done with you, your body feels like it's filled with glowing hot nails.
Maybe I can help you later.
In Rondra's name, what else do you want?
What am I supposed to do?
Take care of Firenmar, Barnwolf, and Sarabella. They're pious folk. You will not be able to heal them, but at least you can alleviate their suffering. You can find all three here in the refugee camp. 2 of them on this side of the street, and 1 on the other.
Thank you. Farewell.
Mother Parain, it hurts so much. Please make it end. Soon.
I'm coming back.
Just a few pieces of copper.
Just one more time. The Dark Mother sent you. Every moment in my life is pain. Give me your sword, or finish it yourself.
Hang in there. I'll be back.
Greetings. Where are you going today?
I want to go to the market.
Do you have a pass then? Risk of plague, you understand?
No, but I'm healthy.
No pass, no entry. I'm sorry.
Just let me die.
Chiron, that was fast. I heard you got a job from the Church of Rondra.
Yeah, it was easy, and the disciple trembled when I mentioned Folk's name. In just a few steps, and I was back.
A Rondrian disciple gave you this huge basket of food out of sheer cowardice, and you didn't have to do anything for it.
I just wanted to see you before finishing my assignment. See you later.
Just a few pieces of copper. Please.
Mother Parain, it hurts so much. Please make it end. Soon.
Maybe I can prevent it from ending like this.
The 12 gods with you. That'll last until the evening at least.
The Dark Mother sent you. Every moment in my life is pain. Give me your sword, or finish it yourself.
It's too early to give up.
I thank you, but all the same, I'll soon be with her.
Stop right there. Get out of my way, or I will make you wish you had.
We saw you at the temple. You didn't go to the back of the line.
I know exactly what starvation is like. I didn't want to torture you.
You have a whole basket full of food. Food which could satisfy all our hungers.
This time I was lucky. Maybe next time it'll be you.
Our children are sick. Without food, they may not wake up tomorrow, if they can even fall asleep.
I too have a hungry family.
You and yours, you're only 3. Your basket could feed 12 people. Give it to us, and nobody has to die today.
I can't give you the food now. It belongs to Folk of Aravor. If anything is missing, he will execute the thief.
Then it won't matter if you die now or later.
And you think that Folk won't look for you? He'll be my brother-in-law soon. But I'll make you a proposal. Let me go and come to my tent tomorrow. Then we can share the leftovers.
Right. Good. That sounds like a deal. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'll be there. You're not looking well, but you don't smell like the other sick ones.
Sick? No, Borok's men did this. I didn't have enough with me to pay their fee. When they're done with you, your body feels like it's filled with glowing hot nails.
Try this.
Thank you. Still nails, but they're not glowing hot anymore. Stay away from Borok. That's what I can give you.
In Rondra's name, what else do you want?
Is there anything you have to tell me?
I already heard that you completed it. Now you may return to your kin with a clear conscience. May Rondra bless your sword. Maybe there is some good in you after all.
Thank you. Farewell.
a few pieces of copper.
Some hungry people tried to beat me up. Could have ended bloodily, so I talked some sense into them.
My Chiron. A good soul through and through. Maybe I'll stay here with you and not get married.
Sounds like a plan.
What if the wedding ring suddenly disappears? Or even the Virgin Bride herself?
Nice idea. But if you want to run away again, pick somewhere better than Moloch Mountain. That'll make it easier to bring you back.
It was so charming there.
Fun.
Chiron, listen to me. That magic in Moloch Mountain, I think it woke something in me.
We've both somehow learned to do magic.
Yes?
Maybe we're mages. It's often detected late.
No, that's not what I mean.
What do you mean then?
Chiron,
What is it? What? What?
At least once. I had to do that at least once before I married Falk.
It was wonderful.
That was the plan, you know. And now?
Well, no one's watching.
Chiron! It's not funny. There should be something special. I'm not some peasant girl happy for a roll in the hay.
No, just a refugee girl who doesn't worry too much about blood relationships.
If I have to do something forbidden, then it should at least be worth it. That's what my brother taught me.
You must not marry him. We are leaving, both of us. We sell your wedding ring and leave Father some gold here.
I'm afraid it won't be that easy. The wedding ring's gone.
It's gone?
Someone took it from our tent when we were in Moloch Mountain. I discovered the theft just this morning.
The ring was everything we had left, and it was hidden well. The thief must have known exactly where to look.
The smuggler who sold us the ring. He probably gave the thief a hint.
That's why he ran off so quickly. We won't find him, but the thief might still be in Warunk.
Can you find out who stole it? Can you get it back? And I'll search for this smuggler. Let's see how fast he'll run in the end.
Have fun, ferocious one.
Just let me die.
Chiron, did you have any luck?
I just wanted to see you again.
You are insatiable, mighty warrior. The bards keep singing loud about the deeds you've already accomplished using knife and fork. But do you seriously believe in getting further sweets without a fight?
If there's only cold chicken instead of sweet and juicy fruit, well then I shall be patient for a little longer.
Come on, don't make it more difficult for us. The sooner we have the stuff back, the more quickly we'll have Fulk's visit out of the way.
One day I will kill that bastard.
Chiron, did you have any luck?
This is stupid. Why, of all people, am I supposed to bring your wedding ring back? And moreover, why does anybody steal from us at all? We barely have anything.
Come on, don't make it more difficult for us. The sooner we have the stuff back, the more quickly we'll have Fulk's visit out of the way.
One day I will kill that bastard.
Chiron, did you have any luck?
I just wanted to see you again.
You are insatiable, mighty warrior. The bards keep singing loud about the deeds you've already accomplished using knife and fork. But do you seriously believe in getting further sweets without a fight?
If there's only cold chicken instead of sweet and juicy fruit, well then I shall be patient for a little longer.
Come on, don't make it more difficult for us. The sooner we have the stuff back, the more quickly we'll have Fulk's visit out of the way.
One day I will kill that bastard.
In Rondra's name, what else do you want?
Is there an...
I already heard that you completed it. Now, may Rondra... In Ron...
My family's been robbed. Have you seen anything unusual?
Get lost!
My family...
Get lost!
Please, anything you have got spare. Please. If the gods really do exist, why are they letting them die like this?
Greetings. Where are you going today?
I want to go to the market.
Do you have a pass then? Risk of plague, you understand?
No, but I'm healthy.
No pass, no entry. I'm sorry.
Please, anything you have got spare. Please.
Just a few pieces of copper.
Please.
Kyron, nice to see you again. Can I help you?
Someone stole something from my family. Did you see anything?
I know only one person around here would tangle with you. Borak the Bruiser.
Strange name.
Borak isn't as harmless as you think. When the Wandrians aren't here, he acts like he rules the refugee camp. He extorts protection money from people, and if they don't pay, he robs them. And he has a lot of people under his command.
Let's see how tough he really is. Where can I find him?
His tent is here in the camp. Really give him something to think about. Gods know he's earned it. He keeps following me around all the time, and I'm running out of excuses.
I'll see what I can do.
Before you go, earlier you helped a few friends of mine. You know, the ones that were so hungry? They wanted to show their gratitude. That's why I'm supposed to give you this.
It bears symbols of Archdemon Thagonotov.
A talisman of Tijakul. Very, very forbidden. If the guards catch Borak with that, we are rid of him.
Oh, I understand. And I'm supposed to plant it on Borak.
I'll distract him while you put the talisman in his chest. It's sure to be somewhere around his territory. Then you rat him out to the guard. That's better than to the Rondrians. Just let me know when you're ready.
So, Rika. See you.
Kyrin, nice to see you again. Can I help you?
So, Rika. See you.
In Rondra's name, what else?
Is there... May Rondra...
Aren't you sweet Calandra's brother?
Aren't you the self-proclaimed tyrant of the Western City?
I can be your worst nightmare if you don't disappear out of here.
I wonder if Folk of Aravor will be happy when he learns that you've stolen from his bride.
Be careful what you say, pal. Folk of Aravor knows all about everything I do here.
What? You want to drag his grace's good name through the dirt? Folk would never have anything to do with thieves and robbers.
What? That's a lie! You can't prove anything on me!
And if I look in your tent, I won't find any of your loot either, right?
Dream on, boy. Now get out of here.
Oh, forget it. I'm leaving.
Yeah, you cowardly rat! Run away!
Kyrin, nice to see you again. Can I help you?
What was that bit about Borak again?
His tent is here in the camp. Really give him something to think about. Gods know he's earned it. He keeps following me around all the time and I'm running out of excuses. I'll distract him while you put the talisman in his chest. It's sure to be somewhere around his territory. Then you rat him out to the guard. That's better than to the Rondrians. Just let me know when you're ready.
So, Rika. I'm ready. Let us honor Master Borak with a handful of dew.
And here I thought you'd never ask.
Borak.
What do you want?
You made me an offer recently, didn't you?
Yes, I did, you sweet, saucy little thing.
Could you tell me again what you meant? I didn't really understand it all.
I mean, it's a shame that a pretty girl like you doesn't have a real protector. You know, a real man.
But the Rondrians protect us. They're powerful warriors, aren't they, Borak?
Of course. You know, you're very special. That's why you should have a very special guardian, too.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Borak. But I know so few people. Do you know of anyone who could protect me?
Well, I could protect you, for example.
But you always have so much to do. All those big deals you're always talking about. Surely that's far too upsetting for me.
I'll be happy to do it, Rika. I'd be happy to do that for you.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. That you're willing to protect me just like that. I always knew that you really have a heart of gold, Borak.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah,
It would only be until my poor Rio returns. I don't want to be any burden.
I mean, Rio, if he's ever coming back. I mean, Rio's not here. And you need to protect her now, not later. Understand?
But what has that got to do with my Rio? Can you explain it to me again, please?
I mean, it's a shame that a pretty girl like you doesn't have a real protector. You know, a real man.
But the Rondrians protect us. They're powerful warriors, aren't they, Borak?
Of course. You know, you're very special. That's why you should have a very special guardian, too.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Borak. But I know so few people. Do you know of anyone who could protect me?
Well, I could protect you, for example.
But you always have so much to do. All those big deals you're always talking about. Surely that's far too upsetting for me.
I'll be happy to do it, Rika. I'd be happy to do that for you.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. That you're willing to protect me just like that. I always knew that you really have a heart of gold, Borak.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I mean...
It would only be until my poor Rio returns. I don't want to be any burden.
I mean, Rio, if he's ever coming back. I mean, Rio's not here. And you need to protect her now, not later. Understand?
What? What is that supposed to mean?
What that's supposed to mean? Tell me, are you really that stupid? Or are you just pretending? Your Rio is never coming back. Never. Accept the fact. You should be grateful to get such an offer from me.
How can you ask something like that? I'm a good girl.
Then to Marascan with you, you silly bitch.
That is so mean of you!
The cough will go away. I'm sure.
guard?
The name is Bellalhard. Bellalhard Heusenstamm. Lance Corporal.
Bellalhard.
What do you have to report, citizen? Fellow.
I have demonic machinations to report, Lance Corporal.
Demonic machinations? Where, who, and when?
Borak from the refugee camp. I watched him worship the archdemon Thargunitoth.
Can you prove that?
He had a demonic artifact. If you search this tent, I'm sure you'll find it.
All right, citizen. Fellow. The city of Warrank would like to thank you for your honesty and your observations. The city of Warrank will look into the matter immediately and find out just what that villain knows.
Oh, if it isn't the night of the sorrowful cannons and its baggage.
Come with me, Borak.
In your dreams, little man, you can't prove a thing against me.
You're under arrest for possession of demonic artifacts.
And you learned that off by heart. Oh, nice. And now... What? I have no idea how that got in there.
We'll ascertain the facts in a detailed interrogation. Therefore, come along.
Impossible. I have nothing to do with it.
Borak has nothing to do with the chest in his possession. We'll take that down as the first point.
I have no idea how that got in there.
We'll ascertain the facts in a detailed interrogation. Therefore, come along.
Impossible. I have nothing to do with it.
Borak has nothing to do with the chest in his possession. We'll take that down as the first point.
I have no idea how that got in there.
We'll ascertain the facts in a detailed interrogation. Therefore, come along.
Impossible. I have nothing to do with it.
Borak has nothing to do with the chest in his possession. We'll take that down as the first point.
I have no idea how that got in there.
We'll ascertain the facts in a detailed interrogation. Therefore, come along.
Impossible. I have nothing to do with it.
Borak has nothing to do with the chest in his possession. We'll take that down as the first point.
I have no idea how that got in there.
We'll ascertain the facts in a detailed interrogation. Therefore, come along.
Impossible. I have nothing to do with it.
Borak has nothing to do with the chest in his possession. We'll take that down as the first point.
I have no idea how that got in there.
We'll ascertain the facts in a detailed interrogation. Therefore, come along.
Impossible. I have nothing to do with it.
Borak has nothing to do with the chest in his possession. We'll take that down as the first point. In Rondra's name, what else do you want?
Is there?
I already... May Rondra bless...
Here you are again, my hero from the refugee camp.
Congratulations, you played that really well.
Thank you, Chiron. Then let's just hope he doesn't return too quickly.
Why would he come back? Won't he be executed now?
Executed? That's a good one. If all of the demon worshippers in Warrant were executed, the city would be deserted. The gallows are reserved for the real demon pacteers.
What?
Don't look like that. If Borat gets too rowdy, you can always kill him. Right?
Yes. Thank you, Rika. Thanks. So, Rika.
See you soon, Chiron.
Chiron, did you have any luck?
Yes. Now you can just go get yourself all prettied up for Mr. Bridegroom.
Come on, it's not that bad. Maybe I can cheer you up. Do you remember the deed we found in Moloch Mountain? While seeking the smuggler, I ran into Pred and Carstig's wife. Her children were so happy when they got the deed to their house back. They even gave me a couple of herrings as thanks, but I bartered them for something that smells better. Here is your share. Let's say it's a little token of gratitude for my saviour.
Folk, he'll be in here soon.
Chiron, I can't marry him. I know that now. Whatever you may think about us, you and me, please help me.
So we're leaving Rurunk, you and I, now.
And father? We can't. There must be another way to get citizenship.
Rondra smile upon you, your grace.
Please, Chiron, help me. Help us.
Calandra, my lovely, how are you? Greetings, Chiron.
I'm all right.
Ah, I see the feast is ready. Excellent. Excellent. A family must stick together. Right, Calandra?
Yes, family.
Then may I introduce to you my beloved mother.
Greetings, my dear. Oh, and this young beauty just has to be little Calandra, am I right?
I'm pleased to make your acquaintance, highborn lady.
Are you excited? Yes, I would be too. Once you bloom, you will have powers at your command, the likes of which you can now only imagine.
I don't quite understand, dear lady.
The love, the power. You're still just a girl, but soon you will realize what opportunities open up to you once you've become a woman. As an expert recognizes the inner workings of the stars in order to make use of them, so too will your soul one day rise to the greatest of heights.
I'm afraid I still don't quite follow you.
Then tell me one thing. Would you pay blood for a precious gem, or love for a pebble?
I think I do not know.
My, but how pretty you are, little Calandra. We will meet again soon.
I am not listening to any more of this! Chiron, this woman is mad, and this wedding is nothing but a lie!
Such anger, such power.
Of course I understand you, Chiron. It is not easy to let one's own sister go.
You!
You know, A woman would do you good too. Why don't you take this pass and try your luck in the city? And take some coins, a reward for your reliability.
I won't let him have you. Folk of Aravor! You will fall by my hand if need be!
Chiron, please.
You have already caused us enough disgrace. Be glad you can now at least enter the city. You have already caused us enough disgrace. Be glad you can now at least enter the city.
Just let me die.
Chiron, nice to see you again. Can I help you?
So, Rika.
See you soon, Chiron.
In Rondra's name...
Is there anything...
I already heard that you completed. May Rondra bless...
Some honest soul found a deed to their house.
Stop right there, loudmouth!
Greetings. I see you've brought help.
You've broken into my chest and put this demon thing in it. And then you ratted me out to the guards.
And now you're here to cry on my shoulder.
Your ears is what I'll cut off and pay to the guy who let me out of prison. Then, get 'em. 2 girls to the man who brings me his balls.
In Rondra's name, what else?
Is there any...
I already heard that. May Rondra bless...
Just a few pieces of... The cough will go away. I'm sure.
You have already caused us enough disgrace. Be glad you could...
If the gods really do exist, why are they letting me die like this?
Well, you sure showed him, didn't you? Very nice, very nice.
Did you know that guy?
Unfortunately, yes, but I didn't much care for him either.
Has he robbed or blackmailed you?
Neither, he was behind on his payments.
In arrears?
May I introduce myself? I'm Parel Notgelf from the Kreutzer Cartel. Urunkian underworld, understand?
I see. You're the debt collector.
More like the leader.
Congratulations.
I like you, boy. Say, maybe you'd be interested in working for us. You could improve your finances, and every once in a while the cartel has a few other things to give away.
We'll see.
You need not decide immediately, just come to the entrance of Kreutzer Alley if you're interested. I'm sure we'll run across one another.
Sure, why not? Maybe.
See you soon then. The Kreutzer Cartel awaits your visit.
It's so fun. I just... This is the damn thing. Now the cartel workers will recover the damn.
I'd like to go to the market. Here's my pass.
Thanks again for the information. We've been after Borak for a long time, but we could never find any proof, or any witnesses. People have been covering for him, probably because they were afraid. Nice to see that someone finally took care of that rogue.
I always try to help.
Absolutely worthy of honor. By the way, the city guard is always looking for capable young men like yourself. Guards do have some benefits. The forge always supplies us first, and our Sergeant Fergalosh has good connections with our Margrave Sumadan. If you're interested, you can find Fergalosh in our headquarters, east of the market. Just say that I sent you.
My thanks.
Oh, wait. You haven't even shown me your pass yet. I'm afraid I must insist, as I'm sure you'll understand.
You're only doing your duty. Of course I have a pass.
Excellent. Then I wish you an enjoyable and profitable day at the market.
I really like that you have decisions in this game and they are meaningful. There are consequences and the talk and completely different outcome.
In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him.
Now my brother's in jail, just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to shoot. Yesterday, the cartel went out on another foray. When I saw the leader again later, he had this deep cut in his neck, and he wasn't breathing anymore.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones. He's still young and has strong arms. In the Middle Lands, he would still have a life ahead of him. City. Freed of hope, maybe. Those snobs in the uptown don't care whether we eat dirt down here or die on our own shit.
Original Demonicon.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones.
That's Chiron.
That's the mindset that they can say just Okay, so I have no idea. What second door was supposed to open? There was a second lock. Second door didn't open. No, that's part of a quest. Just a bug there that it didn't open. I'll just wait. See if I get it as part of a quest. Of the guard. I wasn't expecting that. Look at the little guy.
Greetings, Dorangras.
I'm Chiron. Belhahad sent me to see you. He said you're looking for capable men.
Are you a capable man, then?
I defeated Borak.
Kangros Garashwoks! That was you!
Just me, myself, and I.
Then the city guard could really use you. Interested in an assignment?
What kind of assignment are you offering?
A brothel in Kreutzer Alley. Its owner is earning so much money now that the Kreutzer cartel is becoming interested. Protection money, you can.
So, the Kreutzer cartel.
There are also some strange rumors about the services offered there. Disgusting rumors, if you ask me.
Tell me.
Let's say the girls there are maybe not as full of life as they could be.
Who in all the hells would pay for that kind of service?
I don't know, but a beating will be enough to bring the brothel owner to his senses. And of course the guard won't be stingy either. We pay well. So, can I count on you, lad?
So I'm supposed to beat up the brothel's owner?
You should realize just where Angrosh's hammer hangs, but don't cripple him if you can avoid it.
And what happens if I do find signs of necromancers or the Kreutzer cartel?
Then the guards would finally have a reason to search the whorehouse. The cartel would have to realize that too, and that would prevent any disputes. So that's why you have to go, lad, and no one else. If my people show up in Kreutzer Alley, there's sure to be trouble with the cartel.
I get it.
Okay, so this is interesting. So, to choose either between the cartel or the city guard. That's so nice.
Tell me more about this brothel.
The Thorned Rose is in Kreutzer Alley. You'll recognize it by the ugly human women on the balcony. The ones dressed so indecently.
And how can I recognize the owner?
His name is Tjakranor. That's all I know.
You said the Kreutzer cartel was blackmailing the owner of the brothel.
At least I can well imagine that their leader, Parel, will soon try. After all, the business is producing more and more gold. We can't allow the cartel to grow any more powerful. If we can get a handle on that whorehouse, then maybe we can finally open a shaft.
What?
We'll get a chip off the boulder. Oh, how do you bigots put it? A foot in the door. We have to be able to show our presence in Kreutzer Alley without starting a war with the cartel. That can only be done when people are not afraid. Just recently, a civilian came to me to report the theft of a piece of amber. It had a symbol of the sun god Prius carved into it. Right, the stone, not the man. At any rate, he hasn't dared to accuse anyone. And the only ones who come to mind are the Kreutzer cartel. Nothing is sacred to them.
Could Folk of Arivor have something to do with the whorehouse?
By Angrosh's beard, are you mad? Do you not ken what you're saying? I mean, I can't stand the bugger myself, but he must have really pissed on your leg if you're suspecting something like that.
Oh, I have my reasons.
Well, I can't say aught about that. Maybe you'll get a few pointers from the girls in the brothel. But, in truth, no Rondrian can afford to be seen visiting the whores. Bad for morale and so on. Especially if there really are necromancers involved there. The Rondrians would burn the owner at the stake. And they'd be damn well right, for once.
Do I hear a little aversion to Rondrians there?
They may be honourable warriors, but they let others do the dirty work. And the first time you tell them the truth to their faces, out comes the two-handed sword. Many of them only see the world as black and white, fire and water. They forget that there's something in between. The grey, the mud. Let's talk about something else, lad.
Why do you think that the brothel owner is interested in a necromancer's services?
I'm sure you've heard. The necromancers had their way in Warunk for years. Eventually the people just got used to them.
The Rondrians pursue necromancers and demon worshippers mercilessly. And you think that doesn't help?
Lad, I've seen people who've gone to their deaths rather than change their habits. That goes for normal Warunkrians just the same as it does for the Kreutzer cartel. And, unfortunately, even for my own lads. Sometimes you have just to live with the fact that people have preferences that stink to high heaven. There's nothing you can do except hold your nose.
Again, but slowly this time. What exactly does this city guard in Warunk do?
One cannot simply abandon the city to itself, or the cartel. Then everything would go to the dragon around here. We're responsible for the lower town, at least for the part the Rondrians grabbed for themselves.
I see. After the liberation, they took their share of the spoils.
Right, we are Margrave's Sumadan's people. That's why we keep ourselves out of the affairs of the Rondrians. Ha! If they have their way, the whole city will soon be holier than a temple.
And what role does the Kreutzer cartel play?
They're criminals, interested only in their profits. Smugglers, thieves and murderers. And their leader, Parel, is the worst of them all.
Tell me a little more about yourself.
I'm Fergalosh, son of Farug. 85 years experience in battle. The last 20 as a mercenary leader. Many of my lads are still working for me.
The Rondrians liberated Warunk, and at least in the western city they rule pretty strictly. So why does the city need a guard?
Ah, Rondrians! The people fear them, but they don't respect them. No wonder with all that talk about honor and loyalty and such. I'm telling you, lad, you have to know the people to lead them. And I know the people. That's why I'm the sergeant around here.
Fergalosh, son of Farug. I think you're hiding something from me.
So not only are you good with your fists, you're a fine, bright lad as well. Yes, I'm interested in a brothel. And not only because of necromancy and the Kreutzer cartel, but the other matter is purely private.
Come on, Fergalosh. If I were to tell anyone else, no one would believe me anyway.
Fair enough. So, the whores are having a lot of trouble with their customers. Many don't pay, and because the prostitutes have no rights, so to speak, they can't demand their money anywhere. That's why I want to bring the brothel under the guard's protection. Then we could make sure that the prostitutes behave more decently than they used to. And if all goes well, they could even start a guild at some point, so that eventually no one will need to protect them at all.
A whore's guild? And of course you want to have the brothel out of pure altruism, Sergeant, right?
Insolence! Father Angrosh himself invented the guilds in his divinity. If the guard earns a wee bit from it, well, that would benefit the whole city.
I'm reassured.
A good decision. All rounded.
Thank you for your trust, Sergeant.
You accept the assignment?
I'll think it over.
Go ahead, lad. I have time.
So by helping the gods, instead of good outcome again over the long term for everyone for everything.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones.
Now my brother's in jail. Just because the bloody guards wanted to have someone guilty to show.
Interested in a couple of assignments? Very good. Tell me when you're done. How may I be of service, my friend?
People of Waruk, fear the demons. Renounce their temptations and defy their servants.
Now my brother's
True
in jail.
salvation comes solely from
Bloody
thundering
guards wanted to have
Rondra
someone
and her
guilty to
11
show.
divine siblings. They, and they alone, lifted the heavy yoke of the necromancers from your shoulders.
Yesterday, the cartel went out on another foray. And I saw my neighbour a bit later.
My daughter's nothing but skin and bones. Freed city. Freed of hope, maybe. Those snobs in the uptown don't care whether we eat dirt down here or die in our own shit.
I'm glad to be in here. I hear people in the West...
Interested in a couple of assignments?
All done? Great. Here is your reward.
Interested in a couple of assignments?
My medications help like elf magic.
Greetings! Nice to see you again. Which reminds me, it would seem I still do not know your name.
Chiron. Why so formal all of a sudden?
You're in the city now, Chiron. Here one tries to cultivate somewhat better manners. Your presence tells me that you are interested in taking on an assignment. Or are there other questions I can answer for you?
You said something about a job.
Well, here in town, there is a delicate balance of power, you know? And sometimes we have some differences of opinion with the guards. And then there are people who take neither us nor the city guards seriously.
What are you driving at?
The whorehouse.
Business slow?
Business is booming, but not for us. The new owner just doesn't want to join us. But, this is strange, not the guard either. He's earning a mint, and all the other citizens can do is watch. I ask you, is that fair?
And what exactly am I supposed to do?
I want you to pay the owner of the whorehouse a little visit and suggest that he give the community its share. There is, of course, a reward.
So I should make it clear to this brothel owner that he has to pay the Kreutzer cartel.
Maybe he wants our protection. Make it clear to him that he is sure to be better off with us than with the guards. His name is Chakran, a rather shady character. The brothel is called the Thorned Rose and is located in Kreutzer Alley. You should be able to recognise it from its balcony, where some of the whores are always on show. Basically, it's a squalid, rotten hole. Be very careful you don't catch anything.
How nice.
And while you're at it, you could also chase down a rumour. It's said he also employs necromancers and undead. It would not hurt for him to realise that those days are now over.
And why are you sending me of all people there?
A precaution. If the city guard has anything to do with it, at least you won't cause any unnecessary suspicion on Sergeant Fergalosh's part.
What exactly is your role in the Kreutzer cartel, Perel?
Basically, I'm a trader. I can get you everything you need. Just recently, I was able to acquire a piece of amber dedicated to Prios, and I sold it to a smuggler. Which reminds me, I never saw him again. Well, maybe he's away on a trip.
So you do business on the quiet?
The Rondrians and the guards try to inspect all of the food and building material coming into the city. The origin of the goods must, in their opinion, go beyond the merest shadow of a doubt. Goods may only come from pious cities. None of the others would trade with the Rondrians. That only leaves the city of Balok, and we're as dependent upon them as a baby is on its mother's breast. That leads to rationing, to starvation and compulsion. The Kreutzer cartel opposes this tyranny because we stand for freedom. Others call it smuggling. How defamatory.
You call yourselves the Kreutzer cartel?
Look after the Kreutzers and the Thalers will look after themselves. I too started from scratch.
But Kreutzers, the most worthless coins there are, and that's what you named your cartel after?
Nah, but it would be a nice idea. So modest. We call ourselves the Kreutzer cartel because our headquarters is located in Kreutzer Alley. From there we govern all Warok, with the utmost of discretion and reserve, of course.
Kreutzer cartel, headquarters, underworld, and you're telling me all this. What if I simply set the guards on you?
They could try. Once.
And then? Kreutzer Alley, wasn't that the center of the resistance against the necromancers?
Oh yes, they were real heroes.
Someone betrayed them. They were all killed most painfully, and then their bodies had to dance for the necromancers.
Oh, you mean the rebels? Yes, they were very brave too.
Too? You think the necromancers were braver?
Well, they were better for business. By the way, I knew the guy who denounced them. Didn't live long.
They fought to free Warwick.
Then let us agree on one thing. Even if they didn't achieve anything, the rebels were very, very brave.
Could Folk of Arivor have something to do with the brothel?
Folk of Arivor? The highly acclaimed Rondrian? What makes you say that?
Let's say we had a little difference of opinion.
Are you serious? You want to take on the Rondrians? I should tell you that they don't play around, even though the idea does amuse me.
Do you know anything more about Folk? Or the Rondrians? Anything?
Yarkon of Turyilev is their leader. He's not in Warunk right now. As far as I know, he's escorting a caravan from Balok. That makes Folk the most powerful Rondrian here at the moment.
Is that all you know?
I tell you what, while you're helping me out here, I can ask around a bit.
What about the guards? Do they sanction the brothel?
My guess is that they themselves are interested. It is conveniently situated in the middle of Kreutzer Alley. They could have their fun and watch my people like hawks at the same time. In any case, our truce with them is already fragile enough. The brothel owner should therefore decide just whom he wishes to join. Otherwise, the time for talking will soon be over.
Namely, the Kreutzer cartel.
As bravely as I may defend free trade, I even more passionately espouse the freedom of choice.
hear.
In addition, Sergeant Fergalosh would restrict the brothel's operations or even forbid it. The whores would go hungry and no one would have anything.
Necromancers and undead in a whorehouse. That sounds peculiar.
A lot changed in Warunk under Razazor's rule. If you ask me, people hate change. Some just don't like giving up old habits.
That's disgusting.
That's as may be, but there are rumours that some city guards are regular visitors to the brothel.
What about the Rondrians?
Oh, please, Rondrians hate necromancy, and they're much more disciplined than we are.
So I should make it clear to this brothel owner that he has to pay the Kreuzergut.
Maybe he wants our protection. Make it clear to him that he is sure to be better off with us than with the guards. His name is Chakranor, a rather shady character. The brothel is called the Thorn Rose and is located basically...
How not?
And it said he also...
And why you...
A precaution.
About your assignment. I'll think about it.
I'll wait here for you. Just let me know once you've decided.
It's nice to take on the main mission. You can visit the place before.
I wouldn't wander around here like that if I were you. What are you looking for around here? Punch in the head? Oh, business is going well, my friend.
How do you like the board, please? Let's do the process. Piss off, and no stupid looks neither.
Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold, though. Now, if it isn't the strapping lad from the refugee camp, when shall we know what is soon? Now, if it isn't the strapping lad from the refugee camp, when shall we know what is soon? Come on, you get me and my sister together. She's already cold, though.
Better to keep your head down. Here, you can have a knife across your throat faster than you can say for feck's sake.
Nice weather today, isn't it? How may I help you? Back there in the alley, that shadow. And there, in the window. And there, in the bushes. Eh? Keep your eyes open.